Welcome to the 5-Minute Show with your host, Ben Barber.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 5-Minute Show. I muted myself to start because I was so enthralled with the dancing of my guest today backstage during that. Usually I'm the only one dancing during the theme song, and I loved that he was as well. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite people in the whole world for episode 16. It's Tom Foley.
Hi, Ben. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I was getting my groove on.
I know you were doing this at the end.
Oh yeah, that's that's patented. The Foley worm, arm worm. That's what I call it. That's what people call it.
I think that dancing inside of, like, in a chair in front of a computer screen is highly. I think that before the pandemic, it was highly underrated, and now it's a skill set that everybody can appreciate. Finally, you know, yeah. I think that we should start a show called "So You Think You Can Dance in Front of a Zoom Screen." We'll get Cat Deely. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, we will be remembered as geniuses in our time. You know.
Yes, and then some history lover like yourself will give a presentation about us. So Tom, tell people who you are, what you do.
I'm Tom Foley. I'm the owner of the Band Room LLC, which is a private lesson music studio in Westerly on East Ave. The Band Room has, at this point, 16 teachers and just about 150 students. Most of those guys are virtual at this point for obvious reasons. But you know, we're swinging back the other way to in-person lessons at this point.
You have 16 teachers and 150 kids?
Yeah, we haven't done a head count in a couple of months, but yeah, just about 150, I would say.
That's massive. I'm not surprised by the 150 students. I'm surprised by the 16 teachers. I didn't realize that it had gotten that big. Dude, you're amazing.
It's crazy. Well, you know, we keep getting people asking for lessons for a certain instrument, and usually I'll just go out and find somebody that's teaching that's teaching that instrument.
Yeah,
that's how we wound up with bagpipes. Somebody asked for lessons and I said, yeah, I got a guy for that, you know. And now Robert O'Connor is our piper extraordinaire. We have a bagpipe scholarship through the Scottish Heritage Society. They gave us a grant to have bagpipe scholarships. I mean, it's incredible.
You are passing on traditions to the next generation and helping foster a love of music, which is incredible. Where did your love of music come from?
So, yeah, wow. That's a deep question, man. It's 11 o'clock on a Friday.
It's 11:17 on a Friday morning, and it's the 5-Minute Show, and you have 1 minute left. Go.
Well, Ben, I can remember being in my crib as a young man, as a baby, hopefully not as a young man. No, my parents, my mother especially, was always had 50s and 60s bubblegum pop on, like Frankie Valli and stuff like that. And like, she was always singing, but I always credit my love of guitar with watching Michael J. Fox play Johnny B. Goode in the first Back to the Future movie. That was like the start. That was like, I want to do that,
That's a great place to start.
Yeah.
So this has gotten to the point now where you are, you've been doing this for over 5 years, maybe 7 years, 7 or 8.
Well, I've been teaching it's 2021, so 12
right.
years.
Yeah, and the Band Room has been in existence for about 7.
Let's see, August 2016. So that's only 5 years here.
Oh, really? Okay. So so 5 years, that amount of growth is incredible. And what you're doing with the concerts at the Nick and the inclusion and these open mic nights and for the youth and all of this stuff, you are creating a foundation here. For Westerly's always been a very musical town, and it has a rich history of that, and you are continuing that. You are from Westerly. What sort of, were you a part of the chorus, or where did you do band in high school, or like who were some of the teachers that you looked up to?
Oh, that's a really good question. But before I answer that, the open mic nights, really, I can't take too much credit for that. That's the brainchild of Tony Nunes at the United Theater.
Who
And
you beat who you beat out to be a guest on the show first.
yes, Tony,
You
you hear that?
you messaged me last night and said, I can't believe Tony got booked before me. And I was like, what are you doing tomorrow morning? He's on it too. You can jump the gun on him. And you were like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it anytime, as long as I can beat out Tony. So, okay. Yeah. He gets the credit for that, but you got to be on the 5 minute show first.
That's true. So I'm the winner overall.
Absolutely.
Well, the open mic night thing, we've been trying to figure out a way to have a youth, coffee house type of, no pressure, come and hang out and, meet your peers that are also playing music and, show some of your stuff off for a long time. And Tony came around and just presented the whole thing and said, this, here we have a platform for it. We have a venue. Let's do it. And then we had 2 open mic events. The first one was at the tap room at the Knickerbocker, which, as you know, holds about 15 people. So it was standing room only. I think we had
Squeezed
6
in.
performers. Yeah. And then so the next one we had at the Nick proper, and I think we had 12 performers, but we had over 100 people in attendance at the Nick. So, and then, that was November of, God, was that 19? Yeah, November of 19. And then, so the pandemic was like right after that, and we had to move to virtual, but it's been great ever since,
Oh, wow.
just having it. So, the kids love doing it, and, doing the virtual thing isn't as good as having everybody together in person, but it's a pretty good substitute for right now. And I can't wait to get everybody in person at the Knickerbocker so the kids can like mingle and go talk to each other and, start putting bands together. And, that's really what I'm looking forward to.
You are so I'm gonna give you the compliment that I was gonna give you a few minutes ago before you directed too much of the attention over to our friend Tony Nunes. But you are setting a foundation here to build a legacy to be remembered in the same. You are going to end up going down in Westerly history with music amongst George Kent.
Don't say it. Nowhere
And
close.
you are, my friend. Not, it's like, this is what you have done, right? So what Mr. Kent did with choral singing and instilling that love into children, and the legacy that the Chorus of Westerly has done and built, and everything that Mr. DeAngelis did at Westerly High School with Theater Scrapbook, and built a love for theater and musical theater for kids. You are now doing in the space of rock and jazz and all of these different types of music, popular music that is like just adding to the tapestry of culture in Westerly to such a profound degree. And I think that you and the band room and all of your 16 teachers should be celebrated for that, because this town is such a vibrant arts community, and that is only going to grow because of the work you're doing and because of the work that Tony is doing at the United, and the work that Andrew Howell is doing at the Chorus of Westerly. and what Sarah Ferry is doing right now at the high school. And Antonella DeAngelis, Mr. DeAngelis's daughter, is doing with Theater Scrapbook. Like the arts, specifically the performing arts, and all of the wonderful dance teachers, Miss Jean's, Miss Michelle's, all of those, like the arts scene, it's hard to see it right now because of the pandemic, but the art scene in Westerly is alive and well, and on the other side of this is going to be thriving, and it's because of the hard work of people like you and your organization. So thank you. As somebody who loves that and loves to see those kids grow, thank you so much for everything that you do for them.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for saying that, Ben. I'm not even close to being in that category, like
yet. A legacy is built one brick at a time, and it's not for you to say, my friend. You are far too humble, but this is something that everyone in the last 5 years that has been touched by the band room is going to remember it. And that's something that I always, when we founded the children's theater version of Theater Scrapbook in 2013, when I went to the schools and said, I think that we should give an arts program, even though you guys can't afford to have an arts program as an after school, with a teacher and stuff in the middle school and elementary schools right now. I think that we should go do this because, the people that are in the chorus of Westerly and that went through the music classes at Westerly High School, those things taught them more than just music. It taught them confidence, and then they became business owners and leaders and town managers and presidents of the town council, and and moved on to do bigger things outside of this town. So the confidence that you're instilling in these kids, and the work ethic and the fulfillment of learning something and trying something and then doing it and getting it, I don't think that there's anything better than loving a song, not knowing how to play it, learning it, and then being good at it.
Yeah.
Like, is there a better feeling in the world?
I mean, no, yes, but no.
Stop it.
No is the right answer. The kids, I like seeing the kids, that moment when, they've been working on something for so long, and then all of a sudden they get it. And it's like electricity. Like all of a sudden it clicks and they're off and running. And I love being here for that moment. You know what I mean? And you said it right. It's not just about music. It's about becoming a good human being that's able to adapt to any situation that life throws at them. And, we're not just teaching music, we're teaching them how to be human beings. So,
yeah. You and I met many years ago.
Don't say how many.
I won't, but you and I met many years ago during a seasonal job at a call center in Westerly that shut down on us while we were working there.
It wasn't our fault.
And you made Dave gave Dave has known you for a very long time. My business partner and best friend, Dave DeAngelis, has known you for a very long time. But I just met you during that, and we became so, I almost want to say infatuated by how cool of a person you are, that we decided in 2007 that every single thing that we would do creatively, anytime we would make a short film or anything like that, we would have a character named Tom Foley. And we never asked your permission. We just started doing it. We had a character named Tom in something, and we needed to put a last name in, and we put Foley. And every time I've done anything creative since then, there's a character named Tom Foley.
How am I just now learning about this?
I have told you about this over and over and over again.
You told me you wanted me in something, but I didn't.
I do. Well, I do want you in stuff. I do want you in stuff. You have the voice of an angel, a smooth baritone angel. But
should help you do Roxanne, Ben.
Yes, absolutely. But Yeah, no, so we did. We did a romantic comedy short film in 2008, and the bad guy's name was Tom Foley. And then we did a couple shorts for school, and we didn't have names in it. There was one where we didn't have any names in the whole thing, but someone looked at a text on their phone at one point. So the text on their phone came from Tom Foley.
Perfect.
Yeah, you are in everything. Like I currently write scripts, and I still have a character, at least peripherally, named Tom Foley. How do you feel about that?
That's so funny. Well, it's such, it's a ubiquitous name. Star Trek. What's the show with the? Oh my gosh, the show on Comedy Central. It's been on for 20 years. It's South Park. Holy smokes.
Yes.
It's like it's really early on Friday for me. South Park has a Tom Foley
Oh yeah.
character. Tom Foley was the Speaker of the House of Representatives. There's a Tom Foley that was a third base coach for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, you could say it's named after me, but really, it's just a good name that you're using for characters, Ben. You don't have to tell me that.
You know what I got shocked at, because I've never seen these movies, is that there is, in the Ride Along series, with I believe it's with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart.
Okay.
Or I'm not. Yeah, I think it's Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's name is Ben Barber
Score.
for multiple movies.
Perfect.
And yeah, so maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it was fourth. Maybe that's why it was $4,000 for
Oh yeah.
$4,000 for my name as a website.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So, other than the band room, well, no, it's a 5-minute show. We're already at 18 minutes. We will come back to talk about history and your other loves at another point, because I love talking to you, my friend. And also, we have to get you on for a second time before Tony Noons.
I mean, yeah,
although
totally.
I was going to save this for Tony, but I don't think that he will appreciate it as much as you do. The United Theater was doing the summer series at the drive-in.
Mm-hmm.
And I got I got upset because I went and I did the camera work for all of their concerts so that they would be on the big screen. And I thought that it was a perfect branding opportunity to call it Noons on the Dunes.
That's amazing.
And it was no crickets.
No.
So at some point this summer, I need to do an interview with Tony on the beach, specifically just to make the Noons on the Dunes reference, because it's the best name in the history of names.
I can't believe you passed on
for Westerly. For music on the beach by the United Theater from Tony Noons. How can you not call it Noons on the Dunes?
Noons on the Dunes. I love it.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to talk to him about that. We're bringing that up.
We should do a benefit. We should do a benefit for the band room with Tony as the host, and call it Noons on the Dunes.
I love it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's, get some more scholarships for bagpipes. What's the weirdest instrument, or what's the most uncommon instrument that you've gotten asked for? Is it the bagpipes?
So believe it or not, I get asked for accordion lessons all the time. Like, it's crazy. Like, at least once every other month or so, which is, I mean, that's a lot for such a weird instrument. It's not really weird, but so I can't find a teacher within like 100 miles for the accordion. And people keep asking me, and I don't even have a place to send them for accordion.
I have a guy. I think I have a guy. No. I have a guy. He at least could do virtual, I think. I don't know. I'll call some people and I'll get back to you. He taught me guitar as a child. And I quit immediately because I was terrible. But but he's amazing. He definitely plays accordion, so I will I'll reach out. Yeah.
Like the concertina too.
The
People are looking-
concertina specifically. Yep. Yeah. He's a multi-instrumentalist. He plays around doing a whole bunch of stuff, goes to Block Island every year and plays over there for a while. So I haven't talked to him in a while, but I'm sure I can get you his number.
This has been going on for years. It's insane. But I had no idea that was a popular instrument,
I didn't either. Who would?
Yeah.
Except for Weird Al.
Yeah, exactly.
Is Weird Al even big right now? Nobody. I mean, he is to us, to me at least. But
he just did something recently. Great story.
I'm sure he
Tom.
did.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is, I think, now been the longest episode of the 5 Minute Show. It's been 22 minutes. Tom, tell people where they can find the band room.
The band room is located in the East Ave Plaza on East Ave in Westerly. And it's thebandroomwesterly.com if you want to get a hold of us.
Because of virtual lessons, can people from other locations take lessons with the band room now?
No, dude, it's only for Rhode Island. No, I'm just joking. Yes, it's open for. That was horrible. I apologize for that. I hear my mother's voice going, that you shouldn't have done that. Yeah, absolutely. We'll do it in any location. I have students in Florida right now. Ryan has kids in Indiana. So we're all over the place. Yes, sir.
I love it. Thank you, Tom.
All right, man. I'll see you.
You beat Tony, so that's the important thing. I'll talk to you soon. All right, that's been the 22-minute show. Thank you. See you soon.
Looking for more than 5 minutes? Click the contact links in the description of this episode.